Yeah, hi there. This is Michael. From the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and I just got an email. I'm not sure who the user is. I think you're Dieng, D-I-E-N-G, maybe your last name. But anyway, here's what you've asked me. So you said, I just registered to get the 1,700 words. I did the TOEFL IBT in May and got 72. I need to improve my score. I plan to take another test in October. Is it possible? What do I have to do to get a better score? And this is better TOEFL score. So you're asking exactly the right person here. So I think that in order to score higher, there's a number of things that you want to do. Now, one, and remember that I've interviewed dozens and dozens of people who have scored over 100, and I've come up with one basic philosophy among all these testers. You have to use English a lot about 6 months before you take the test. That means reading newspapers, reading magazines, and things like that. Also reading books. It's important to do this for about 6 months. Now, as you get closer to the test, which you are now, and you want to take it in October, so what is this, August, so maybe you have about 2 months. You need to get used to the structure, and you've already taken the test, so you know that. But you probably also need some type of system, and you probably need somebody who can read and evaluate your TOEFL independent and integrated writing tasks. I mean, let's face it, if you don't know what your problems are, how do you get better? Now, use your TOEFL score report to your advantage, which means you've already taken the test and you got 72, so you got an email from ETS that tells you exactly what areas you need to focus on to get better, right? You already know that. Now, also, you need somebody to evaluate your speaking, your TOEFL speaking. Do you have any pronunciation problems? Are there any grammar or vocabulary problems? Do you have problems developing and organizing your ideas, right? So you need a TOEFL specialist to help you in those areas. I am that person. I have the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, and I want to invite you right now to become one of my online STEL students. Go to www.bettertoeflscores.com. Once you make a payment, it's $29.99. You'll probably use my service for about 2 months. It's only going to cost you around 60 bucks. But what you want to do first is, once you become one of my online students, you can start with vocabulary, but you should also take my pronunciation pretest, and that will tell me, or at least let me know, if you have any vowel and consonant sound problems that you need to work on. Because you need to speak clearly. You want the TOEFL IBT human raters to understand you. Now also, when you become one of my STEL students, you can take a writing and a speaking practice test. And I'll also give you some feedback in those areas. Now remember that my 7-step system, I have 7 key areas to help you improve. Vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, right? So I can help you in 7 specific areas. So each step has a series of lessons. Now, if you take one of the lessons in one of my steps, and remember that I have over 160 lessons and practice tests and counting. If you do a lesson or you begin a lesson and it's too easy for you, skip it. If you already know the information, then move on to the next lesson. So basically, how you get better, it's a combination of going through my 7-step system, taking some of the lessons, and then taking some practice tests and getting feedback from me. Little by little, you will improve your TOEFL in all of those different areas. Alrighty? Anyway, thank you very much for contacting me and sending me the email.